beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're going to talk about the holiday sets from ColourPop. Now, we don't have a lot of new items per se in these sets. A lot of them are curated collections of already existing products, but all of these sets are currently available. You can find them on the ColourPop website, and you can also find all of these sets at Target. So I'm gonna link all of the products you see in the video today from both the ColourPop site and the Target site. Now, when I list the prices in the video today, I'm going to use the regular retail prices, but keep in mind we are knee deep in holiday sale season right now. The Black Friday week is upon us, so a lot of these are going to actually be lower priced right now at the time this video is going up, but I did just want to try to mitigate any confusion by listing the regular retail price. Now, because a lot of these items are on sale right now, you probably won't be able to use any discount codes, but you can still show support to your favorite creators, whether that's me or somebody else's channel. I wholeheartedly recommend supporting your favorite creators. Everybody else, my peers, and we all really appreciate it. And if you use our links, clicking down in the description box, it doesn't cost any extra to the end customer, but it lets the brands know that you're interested in the content that we're making. So that's a huge help too, even if you can't use affiliate codes. Like now you can't really do that during sales, but I just wanted to let you know that definitely helps us out still. So I appreciate it. I know my peers appreciate it as well. Speaking of appreciation, I would love to show my appreciation to you for all of your support, for watching my videos, for leaving me nice comments. That really makes a big difference for me in my day to day. And I just want to show a little bit of love back to you. So I am going to do a little giveaway in this video. Like I said, a lot of the items in this little holiday set release are not new items. So they're all things that I have swatched, reviewed, shown on my channel previously. So instead of opening up a new set of products that I've already swatched before, what I want to do is take everything that is a repeat, a re-release, and I want to put it into a little giveaway for you. For example, we have these two Super Shock Shadow duos. All four of these colors are a re-release of something that we've either already seen before or is already existing as a part of the permanent line. This little set called Unwrap Me has some more warm golden bronze tones, and this contains the shades Flower Child and DGAF. The shade names are listed on the back here, and these do have a special little holiday packaging. They're in a different little screw top pot than the usual just all white normal Super Shocks. Then we have this more icy cool tone set. This has Ice Dream and the Griffith. Again, these are not new shades, so I don't want to open them up and swatch them. I would rather give them to one of you or two of you, as the case may be, because all of these re-release products, so the Super Shock Shadow Duos, the Lippie pencils, and the Lippie Stix, all have two different versions. So I'm just going to take one of each and put them into two little small prize packs. For these Lippie pencil trios, we have the Naughty and Nice set with Brink, Bumble, and Bichette. And then we have the Kiss Me set that has Another Round, Beeper, and BFF2. The Lippie pencil trios are also $12 a piece, just like the Super Shock Shadow duos. Then we have some Lippie Stix trios. These are $18 each, and these have Lippie sticks that either exactly match or coordinate one of the Lippie pencil trio sets. So in the Santa Baby set, this matches with the Naughty and Nice set. As you can see, it has Brink and Bichette, which we saw in the Lippie pencil set. And then the Hugs and Kisses trio matches up with the colors in the Kiss Me Lippie pencil set. They're not the exact same shades, but they definitely coordinate enough that they would work together. I think that that's why the names sort of coordinate as well. So Naughty and Nice, Santa Baby kind of goes together. The shades definitely have a decent amount of overlap there. And then Kiss Me, Hugs and Kisses, those kind of go together. So I think these were designed to work together, especially if you are somebody who does like a lip liner. You have the option, but you're not obligated to it. So prize number one will be the Shine Bright Super Shock Duo with Naughty and Nice and Santa Baby Lippie sets. Prize number one will also contain the mini glitter gel in the shade Twinkle Lights. Then prize number two will have the more warm golden Super Shock shadows, the Unwrap Me set with Kiss Me and Hugs and Kisses. And it will also have the mini Glitterally Obsessed Glitter Gel in the shade Glitzy Tinsel. I was going to swatch these Glitterally Obsessed mini glitter gels because I didn't recognize the names, but this is not something that I'm personally going to get any use out of. I just don't prefer this formula. So I thought it was better if I just showed you what these look like in their little pots. But I am going to break up the set and put one little glitter gel in each one of the prizes. That way, hopefully, they will go to a home where they will be more used and more loved than they would be here. So I just wanted to show you what they look like, but I'm not going to swatch them. I think you can get a decent enough idea about how these look just seeing them in the pots, but I don't want to actually touch the product since I am going to give them to somebody. But just a reminder, these are for use in your hair or you can put them on your face, but these are not for use on the eye. So just remember to use your glitters responsibly this season and all year round. Now let's move on to the palette and liner kits. I actually am going to swatch these palettes because I want to do some comparisons for you. You know me, I can't possibly make it through a video without swatching things, pulling out all my ColourPop palettes to do some comparisons, and hopefully giving you the scoop on whether or not you need these in your life or if maybe these would make the perfect gift for somebody. Each one of these three kits contains a 5-pan eyeshadow palette and a liner. The liners are all already existing long-term, long-loved favorite shades. So the brown and gold palette has Brouhaha. This more mauve tones palette has Joyride, which is a deep maroon shade. And then the more gray tones, black and white palette has Swerve, which is their black liner. So I'm not going to swatch the liners either. I will also be finding a new home to donate those to. But I am going to give you the full scoop swatches, everything on these palettes. Like I said, these are very neutral palettes, which I think makes them easily giftable, but not necessarily the most exciting of holiday color stories, in my opinion. This Warm Wishes palette does have one of their pearlescent glitter shades. So 2 regular shimmers, 2 regular mattes, and then that one called Sparkle Season is one of their little fine pearlescent glittery shades. Jingle On is the more pinky mauve tones palette. This one has 2 regular shimmers and then 3 just straight up matte shades. We're not getting a whole lot of those glittery mattes this year, which I am very pleased to see. Then we have the Out All Night palette. This is that deep gray, black and silver type of color scheme. This one has, again, 2 regular shimmers and then 3 regular matte shades. I understand why these are the way they are. I wish that we had like 3 neutral options and 3 colorful options. I would have loved to see some deep hunter green or something just a little bit more exciting for a holiday release. I understand that these are very giftable. They're very accessible to everybody. So I'm not mad that they exist. I just wish there was a little bit more something to get me a little festive pep in my step. You know what I mean? This is very neutral, very been there, done that. And you know what? A lot of people love neutrals. Personally, I love neutrals too. I'm not here to hate on neutrals. I have a lot of neutral palettes that I love, but I do prefer the idea of variety. I wish that there were these neutral options and then something a little bit bolder, a little bit more fun. Even if these really neutral palettes, like this one, look, the two silvers look so similar. A lot of these shades are going to look really similar on the eye. I wish that we had gotten like a pop of color or something in each one of these palettes. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe these are great the way they are. Either way, let's do some comparisons. The Warm Wishes palette is swatched against the Going Coconuts, Jingle On versus Making Mauves, and Out All Night versus Blowin' Smoke. I knew that these were going to be really similar. I don't think anybody's going to be surprised that these are really similar. What I will say is the 9-pan palettes formula, I much prefer. The mattes are more opaque, the shimmers are brighter. I just think in general, the 9-pans are a better buy. In my personal opinion, they're just a little bit better shadow quality. I also wanted to compare these new little holiday sets against some more recent 12-pan palettes, and the 1111 versus Warm Wishes, Pretty Please versus Jingle On, and Troublemaker versus Out All Night. Again, some very solid similarities here. I do think that the Pretty Please palette is bringing more gray to the table than Jingle On. In general, I also think that these bigger palettes are performing a little bit better for me, especially the Troublemaker palette. Definitely one of my favorites from ColourPop. I would highly recommend the Troublemaker palette over this Out All Night if you're looking for this type of color scheme. Now, for the heroes of every single comparison segment I do, the mega palettes. And speaking of favorite palettes, this Bare Necessities palette is so beat up and dirty. I know you don't usually get to see inside my palettes like this, but this one is well loved. So I would recommend the Troublemaker palette and Bare Necessities over these new sets. And look at this. The shades are very similar. Yes, it's lacking the gray mattes from the Bare Necessities palette, but you could definitely make up with that with the Troublemaker palette. Also, a noticeable difference in formula with the Mega palettes. Now, my Bare Necessities palette has not only been well worn and used and abused, but it's also from when the palette launched, so it's pretty old, and it's still, in my opinion, outperforming these 5-pan palettes. Next up, another one that I have loved and always comes through for me with comparisons and is also a little bit of a beat up, not quite as much as the Bare Necessities palette, but a little bit of a dirty beat up palette as well, is the Stone Cold Fox palette. Now, you cannot convince me that this isn't almost exactly dead on. You're getting the exact same eye looks out of Stone Cold Fox as you would from these little sets. Now, I recognize that the sets are probably intended to be giftable, but I would rather gift somebody the Stone Cold Fox palette. I know probably wouldn't fit in a stocking as well, or, whatever these little sets are for, but quality wise, performance, shades, everything, all of the megas, including this rock candy palette, which definitely isn't nearly as close to the top of my favorites as Bare Necessities and Stone Cold Fox. Even this one is outperforming these little 5-pans, and this is also giving almost the exact same shades. I could have done a million more comparisons from all kinds of neutral palettes, but I think you get the point here. These are definitely easily dupable if you have even a semi-decent palette collection. You probably already have these shades. So I do think it would be a good gift for somebody who's just starting off in makeup, maybe somebody who's younger in their teens or 20s who doesn't really have a whole lot of makeup already going on in their life. This could be a great option for them. I think there is something for everyone, and there's someone for every product. So just because I don't love these and I don't want to recommend them doesn't mean that they don't have a place in the world. If you see this and you're like, I love this, this is curated, the mega palettes are too big for me, or I don't want to give a 13-year-old a huge palette. Fair enough. I think there is a place in the world for these. I just don't really love them, and I can't sit here and rave about them and tell you that they're great because I genuinely don't feel that way. Now, let's have a little bit of a recap. If you are shopping outside of the sale times, then you can use my affiliate code. It's just my first name, Amanda, and that will save you usually 10% on most things. Some exclusions do apply. For example, you can't use discount codes on a lot of their vaults and sets, and some of their collaborations are excluded. But in general, it's good to try it, see if you can knock a couple bucks off of your purchase. Also, about the giveaway, the way that I do my giveaways is very specific for a reason, and that is your and my security. There are a lot of scammers on YouTube all the time. Every time I have giveaways, I get bots and channels pretending to be me, trying to reach out and trying to scam you guys out of money. So let's be very clear about a few things. If you enter the giveaway, the only way the winners are notified is via their private email address that you provide to me on the private entry form. Nobody else has access to that information. That is purely part of the vetting process so that you know that it's me reaching out to you. I will not contact the winners in the comments. I will not ask you to contact me any other way via my professional email address that you can see everywhere. If you want to confirm with me, feel free to DM me on Instagram and I will try to keep an eye on my messages. I want you to feel safe and secure. I want to do my best to keep you safe and secure. So don't reply to any comments if they're pretending to be me telling you that you won. I'm not on WhatsApp. I don't want any money. I never, ever, ever have charged anybody money for any of my giveaways. You do not have to pay shipping. The only thing that you need to be aware of if you are an international winner, so outside of the US, your government might charge you some sort of import or customs fee on the prize. That does not go to me. I can't pay it for you. It's not for me. I don't want your money. I cannot stress that enough. Please protect yourselves. It is such a crazy world out there, and your safety, security, and just well-being is much more important than any makeup, any prize, any giveaway, any money. I just want you to know that I truly value you. I appreciate you. There are so many things that you can do with your time, and choosing to spend 15 or 20 minutes of your day watching a video that I made really means a lot to me. And I just love each and every one of your faces. And I will see you really soon in another video. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving, and happy day of the week if you don't. Okay, love your face. See you soon. Bye.